Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Nerd Herder Show. I'm Nick.
I'm Rich.
And it's week 11.
Yeah, it is week 11, episode 11.
Tuesday. So on Tuesdays, we always do what we've been up to.
Yeah.
So, what have you been up to? Let's just get right into it.
Sure. I've been up to a little bit more this week than some weeks. Let's see, you want a TV show or you want a movie first?
Let's do TV show because everything I was up to was movies, so we're just going to movie it out after
all right.
that.
So I watched all of With Bob and David, now streaming on Netflix, available now.
What is With Bob and David?
So With Bob and David, if you don't know, actually let's go back a little bit. If you don't know, 90s?
Or mid-90s?
Mid-90s?
I mean, like 95?
Yeah, mid-90s probably. There was a show on TV called Mr. Show. Bob Odenkirk, David Cross, Tom Kenny, Jay Johnston, kind of all them. It was a sketch show. Went off the air. They've all done their own things. David Cross, if you don't know, he's from Arrested Development. Bob Odenkirk.
And the Chipmunk movies.
And the Chipmunk movies. Bob Odenkirk was most recently on Breaking Bad as Saul Goodman and on the new series Better Call Saul. But they have reunited to do a new sketch show on Netflix, 4 episodes called With Bob and David. It's good. It's very funny. It's a little uneven.
There's only 4 of them.
There's only 4 episodes, but I mean from sketch to sketch.
Oh, okay.
With sketch to sketch, there's when it hits and it's on point, it's
Very
hilarious. When it misses, it's a little, but there's definitely more hits than misses, I would say.
Okay.
I hope they do more. It's 4 episodes, and then there's a 5th episode that's like an hour long, and it's like a making of behind the scenes. So it has all them. It has, I'm forgetting his name. The guy he was on Just Shoot Me. He's the big.
Oh, Brian Posehn.
Yes, he's on it. He's one of the writer. Paul F. Tompkins.
Quick Brian Posehn story that I've told before on other formats, but
Okay.
it was just I love that guy. He's hilarious. And one night, one of the wonders of San Diego Comic-Con, if you ever go, is you never know who you're going to see.
Yeah.
Just run into random people, and I went the year that Captain America came out. It came out the weekend of Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
So they did a big midnight release at one of the movie theaters, and it was really cool. You got like a Mondo Captain America poster
cool.
for free just for going. And it was after that. So we're talking like 3 o'clock in the morning. Streets of San Diego. Nobody on the streets. And about to take a step across, like to cross the street, and like a bat out of hell, what do they call it? Like a rickshaw is what they call it?
Yeah.
A rickshaw.
There's rickshaws and.
For Comic-Con there is. Almost takes me and my buddies out, and the guy turns around who's riding it and he goes, "Sorry fellas," and it was Brian Posehn. And he just took off in like his chariot. It was amazing. We're like, Brian Posehn almost killed us. It was fantastic.
That's amazing.
So anyway, yeah, he's great.
So yeah, he's in it. Paul F. Tompkins, Dina Stamatopoulos, they're all kind of writing and acting in this thing.
Starburns?
Yeah, Starburns. He's one of the writers on it. He has I think one role probably in the actual thing. But yeah, I think it's very funny. It's definitely worth checking out. Again, it's only 4 episodes, so
Quick in and out.
yeah,
You could see them doing this more of this.
I hope so.
If Netflix wants them back, I'm sure they'd come back. Minimal commitment. I mean, it's not easy to do even 4 of
Sure.
those, but it is just 4. They can probably fit that in between Chipmunk movies. And he's actually not even in the 4th one.
No.
Across, they replaced him with Buster.
Just moving through those Arrested Development people.
Look how Jason Bateman, you're gonna be with the Chipmunks soon. Cool. I have not watched it yet. I'm going to.
Okay.
But there's so much TV on it
Yeah.
now. So, what was the movie?
Movie I saw, which I believe is one you also saw, so we can talk about this a little bit.
Crossover.
The Night Before.
Yes, I did.
I really liked it.
Me too.
I wish there hadn't been so much in the trailer, because I feel like a lot
Not
of
the true fault of the film.
No, it's not. No, it's certainly not the fault
I
of the
agree.
film.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming the film for that, but there was a lot of moments in it where I feel like it would have been more impactful and funny had certain scenes been left out and certain like punchlines and stuff kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It was, I thought it was really funny. I think it's a really good comedy, holiday comedy. I love how there's a lot of references to other holiday movies. That was great. Great cameos throughout. Michael Shannon is hilarious.
Terrific.
And I love seeing these guys together. And one of my, especially Levitt and Seth Rogen, who were more serious together in 50-50 from the same director, Jonathan Levine, but they work great together, all three of them.
And there's still definitely some serious,
darker
moments in this too, which I
appreciated. I would like to see them do more. And actually, one of the last scenes in that movie, whatever, you can't spoil this movie, is the three of them sing a song to a baby. And all I can think is, if somebody in Hollywood isn't going, why don't we just remake Three Men and a Baby with these guys? And they're doing it wrong. I want to see that, and I want to see it now. And Leonard Nimoy can come back from the dead to direct the remake too, if he wants. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, definitely.
Yeah,
Check
you haven't
it out.
seen it.
It's not doing that well, so I feel like
it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, so I think for whatever reason, but I hope which quick like Rogan, Steve Jobs bombed.
Yeah.
And he wasn't the lead of that, and now this kind of bombed, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, The Walk bombed, and this kind of bombed. Like, kind of a rough spot for them the last couple months, these guys. Hopefully it's not a sign of things to come.
They're so good though. Like that's
I don't get it. I think this was just as fun, probably funnier than the last few movies even Rogan's done. So I don't know. I have high hopes for whatever they're doing in the future.
Yeah.
Hope they all work together again. So that's about what you've seen?
Yeah, I think so. I played some more Fallout. Other than that, I think that's...
You saw the Peanuts. You want to quickly, how was that?
It's cute.
Alright.
It's decent.
I have not seen it yet. I want to.
I wish it would have been in normal 2D, like traditional animation. But the animation of it works. It kind of does a pretty good job of blending bringing old fans and new kids and fans and stuff kind of together. But
cool. Yeah, I gotta check that out. So I saw a bunch of movies this week too. In the past couple weeks. I'll start with an animated movie leading off the Peanuts. I saw The Good Dinosaur, which is the new Pixar film, second Pixar movie of the year, which is I think
remind me, I have a couple other movies to talk about.
First time they've done that. I liked it.
Okay.
It's not great. It's good. I think it's good by comparison to most other kid movies, for sure. It's got a lot of heart, but it also feels like a lot of other movies you've seen before. It's not super original at all, which is something you can often expect from Pixar, is originality.
Yeah.
Even in their sequels, they usually feel pretty original. Not this one exactly. Minor Pixar. I recently put up a letterbox, my ranking of Pixar movies. I already had it. I slotted this in. I put it near the bottom, just above the Cars films. But that's still good.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, you have that almost at their worst movie. Even their worst movie is not the worst movie. Cars 2 is really bad.
Yeah.
Okay. But like Cars is, if you ignore Cars 2, Cars is their worst movie, and Cars isn't even awful.
Yeah, I enjoy Cars.
So, but the big thing with this movie, and a lot of people keep making this statement, is in a year where they also had Inside Out, it just feels worse than it probably is. And so, it's beautiful though. Oh man,
yeah.
The animation is great. The animation is better than the Inside Out animation.
Really?
Oh, it's fantastic. Visually, the movie is stunning. The story just doesn't.
Well, here's a question for you about it, because I know this is one of your kind of, let's say complaints, but one of your concerns going into it, because I remember I was talking off camera a little bit about it, was how photorealistic everything is, like the backgrounds, the environments, and then they have these really cartoony characters in it.
Super cartoony looking dinosaur. You don't notice it at all once it gets going. I think it was just something about the trailer. You couldn't adjust to it, but within a minute you don't even think about it. And you just appreciate the beauty of the animation, but it could have been better.
Alright.
I'd recommend it though. Alright, so other movies I saw Creed.
Okay.
Creed is the new, the latest installment in the Rocky Balboa franchise. But it's also, it feels like genuinely a new step. Like yesterday when we were talking about the news, we were talking about a true passing of the torch with the Indiana Jones films. This is a passing of the torch. Like, I would gladly see 5 more Adonis Creed films.
Okay.
It stars Michael B. Jordan, Sylvester Stallone, directed by Ryan Coogler, who did Fruitvale Station. It is a great movie.
Cool.
Very crowd pleasing. It follows the sports beats that you normally find in a movie, but also definitely feels true to the filmmaker without being too showy about it.
Okay.
Like, it feels like a, and you know, you're gonna marathon a lot of the Rocky movies soon. The Rocky movies, they're fun stories, but they never feel like they're made by like auteurs. And this movie really feels like a real guy made this movie.
Okay.
A really talented filmmaker, and it has some well documented now impressive scenes. There's a 3.5 minute fight scene that's done in one single take, and it was truly done in one take. And
wow.
It was very impressive how they do it. And just stuff like that you wouldn't normally find in this type of a movie. Stallone believed the hype. This guy's going to get nominated for an Oscar. He is, I'm telling you.
Wow.
He's going to be up calling it. And Michael B. Jordan is fantastic. And one of the best things about this movie, the girlfriend, in these movies, it's usually the girlfriend, and she doesn't want him to fight, and
you're gonna get killed. Don't
cliched, right?
Yeah.
That's not what it. Like,
really?
her arc in this movie is like right up there with the arc of Creed.
Wow.
Like, she is a rich character, and you don't find that in these things, and it's great.
Nice.
So check that out.
I definitely want to see that.
Yeah, once you do, I'll talk about my one issue with the movie, but we'll talk about it later.
Sure.
Did I see anything else? I did, but I can't think of what it is.
What?
No, that was it.
Okay.
So what else?
I got 2 more that I remember. I don't know why I forgot. I just saw them last night. I saw Room, and I saw Bone Tomahawk. I like them both. They're both good. So Room, if you don't know, it's Brie Larson. I don't remember the kid's name. How are we doing on?
We're good.
Okay. Brie Larson and some kid. Essentially, they're held captive in a room, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. I want to like it more than I do, and I was really into it probably for like the first 2/3 of the film, and then it just kind of lost me. The performances across the board are great. But William H. Macy's there for like 5 minutes and then disappears, and it starts off very much feeling like Brie Larson's story, and then she just kind of disappears.
And she's
partway
great
through.
though,
She's
right?
fantastic. So
I feel like every year, around this time of year, there's a couple of these movies. Movies with amazing performances that get a lot of awards attention, and then the movie's not actually.
What's it?
Doesn't live up to it.
There's
And there's always a few of these.
There's a lot of really good things in this, but it didn't 100% click the way I would have liked to have, or still kind of want it to, but it's.
Yeah, I have not read the book that this is based on, but I had a friend who did, and as they were doing it, letting me know every aspect of it, and. It sounds like, a very unfortunate but fascinating story. And again, it's another movie where the kid's supposed to be great. I've talked about it on the show. Kid actors can ruin movies for me, but it sounds like this kid nailed it.
Yeah, he's really, really good in it.
So you'd recommend it even though it's not.
Yeah, it's
especially
definitely
for the performances.
It's definitely worth your time. And then the other one I saw was Bone Tomahawk, which if you don't know, it's a new Western. With Kurt Russell, Richard Jenkins.
Available on VOD right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So yeah, you go check it out. You have no excuse. Kurt Russell, Richard Jenkins, David Arquette's in it.
Dewey.
Somebody else. Oh, Patrick Wilson is in it. The idea of it starts off with these 2 guys, these 2 thugs going through the desert robbing people, and they stumble into an ancient. Or not an ancient, but a burial ground, a sacred burial ground.
Where the poltergeist lives?
Where this cannibal tribe lives. one of them escapes, gets into this town.
The cannibal?
No. One of the
okay.
the gentleman, one of the guys escapes, gets in this town, and then this tribe in the middle of the night comes, takes the guy's wife, takes a bunch of people from the town back to their camp or their cave or whatever. So the rest of the movie is them sort of traveling. They got to get their people back, get the guy's wife back, get this person's back, and bring them back. So it's very much a Western for the first 3/4 of it, and then it turns into a cannibal film. And it's really, really brutal.
Really?
Like, it takes a really brutal turn that, like, even as somebody who watches pretty much everything gory, I'm like, there's a couple flinching moments in it.
Coming from you, that means something.
But it's, if you're into Westerns, if you're into cannibal, like, it's brutal, but you could, even if you aren't super into gore, I think you could get away with it. It's the best cannibal movie I've seen this year.
Okay. So it's better than Inferno.
Better than Green Inferno, because the characters in it are actually really likable characters.
How's Kurt?
He's good. He's really good. They're all... Richard Jenkins steals the film.
Richard Jenkins. He's awesome.
But there's only kind of like 4 really main characters in it, and you really get to know them, and they feel like genuine people, as opposed to like something like Green Inferno. They're all kind of obnoxious, and you're there to watch them die, and here you're like, I want to see them succeed.
Mm-hmm. Cool. It's a movie I'm definitely interested in. I love Kurt Russell, so I want to see him. And obviously, we're going to get another high-profile Kurt Russell experience.
Kurt Russell Western.
Another Western with Hateful Eight. But like I said, Bone Tomahawk, I know you can get on VOD. Mm-hmm. You can already purchase it digitally on Amazon, I believe.
Room might be on VOD. I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
I haven't looked into it.
Yeah.
But if you can find it, if you can see it legally, you should see it.
Yes, absolutely. So that's what we've been up to this week. Mm-hmm. We'll be back next week. Still some big movies. I'm going to be seeing Spotlight soon.
Yeah, I am
excited
too.
for that. So
got that. Got Krampus coming up.
Yeah, that's right. So excited. Cool. So some good ones. So stay tuned for that. But that's going to wrap up this one. A couple things to note. Drinking some Sam Adams this week.
Yep.
Recommendations.
They're fine.
Yeah, they're fine. Good holiday beers.
Just Sam Adams.
Yeah. And if you have not found the Santa Claus yet,
he's somewhere.
Keep an eye out for Santa Claus. He's always around.
Mm-hmm.
We have him hidden throughout the week, in different spots. So check him out.
Yeah, and if you find him, you let us know.
Yep.
We'll give your comment a like. We'll give you a virtual hug or a high five or a, I don't know.
I think you can still poke people if you want.
Yeah, we'll poke you on Facebook. Or wherever, we just poke you.
I mean, yeah, if you come up to us.
Yeah, if you come up to us, get on the Santa, we'll just go, good on you. It's like a little Pillsbury Doughboy, just...
Yes.
But so if you do find him and you want to let us know, you can let us know on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at Rich Belson.
I'm at Stonks.
Channel's on Twitter at OABeer_official, and you can also email us at overbeerofficial@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/overabeer. And I would love to give you a YouTube URL, but guess what? I can't.
Just can't do it.
We can't do it because we don't have one. We don't have a custom one yet. And you know what we need for a custom one? We need 100 subscribers. So if you like what you're seeing, share this video and subscribe to the channel. Once we hit those 100 subscribers, we will put a nice little YouTube URL right down here at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, we will see you guys next time.